Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. An attempt to shut the entrance door to Ooni of Ife's royal chamber met Oletik with a serious bang on her face by Ooni's prospective wife as Oletik wept profusely. Now, you do know that Oletik has been complaining, if the information is true, that the Ooni of Ife has abandoned her because she is raising kids right now. That Ooni of Ife forgot that she has got need as a woman. And so right now, Ooni of Ife does not even call her and all of that. And Ooni of Ife has been focusing on Dr. Impetus. And so, you know, Dr. Impetus has been in the palace, you know, running her stuff from the palace. They say she came from the United States of America to, you know, grace the event with the Ooni of Ife. That's the 50th birthday. And since that time, she has remained in the palace and she has not left, okay? And this woman is one of the Oloris that we are likely to hear that Ooni of Ife gets married to, because from what we are hearing, if the information is true, that Ooni of Ife is still convincing the woman to marry him, right? Now, this woman, they say she is completely different from others. They say that she is a serial entrepreneur like the Ooni of Ife, that she has got these departmental stores, big malls in all over Nigeria, like in about 5 states in Nigeria, that she owns the biggest mall in Kano State. She owns the biggest mall in Port Harcourt. She owns one of the biggest malls in Lekki in Lagos. And she owns another mall in Akwa Ibom, and she owns another mall in Calabar. And she's been running this series of businesses for over 10 years right now. And she is a Yoruba woman. She is absolutely young, from one of the wealthiest Yoruba families in Nigeria. Now, effort to try and get her family, we have not been able. I got some name. I did my own digging, but I am not sure, and that is why I am not reporting that. So right now she is gorgeously. She is beautiful, okay? This woman is one of the Ooni of Ife's wives that come a little close to Olori Naomi when it comes to beauty. She is so beautiful, because up until now, I can tell you without apology that Ooni of Ife, all his wives, is Olori Naomi beat them 100 times. But this one comes a little close. Do you understand me? Now, let's go. So we have that, you know, with the fact that Oletik has been complaining about the fact that Ooni is not paying any attention to her. And they said that recently, Ooni has been giving all his attention to Dr. Impetus, right? And Dr. Impetus has been going and coming as she pleases. She is already, you know, carrying this thing with royalty and all of that. She's got a lot of bodyguards. She dresses in her white attire, very long. She's very tall and all of that, right? And so now they said Oletik had gone to see Ooni of Ife. And you know, the Ooni of Ife's chamber, you have to go through that first entrance. There is a guard there. But if you're coming to see Ooni of Ife as one of his wives, they will let you pass through that place. Then you go up. So they said the door, you enter a passage, then you use that staircase to go up to go and meet Ooni of Ife. Now, that passage that has the staircase, like, you know, this kind of staircase is where you will just enter. As you're just entering the door, you're meeting the staircase, right? Oletik was entering, and when she looked back, she saw that Impetus was coming behind her. It looks like she did not calculate well. She didn't know that by the time she tries to lock the door, Impetus would have reached there. Impetus is very tall. So tall people have very long steps, okay? And so now, whether Impetus ran or what, before Oletik would try to lock that door, they say Impetus pushed the door. The thing landed on the face of Oletik. Keep quiet. Impetus left it, did not even apologize or anything she passed and she climbed the staircase to go and meet with the Ooni of Ife. They said Oleti cried and cried and cried and cried. But what is breaking their hearts right now is the fact that they said for so many different occasions, Kabiyesi would take side with Dr. Impetus. Even as this happened, Kabiyesi said, she just said that the door was closed. She just pushed the door. She didn't know there was somebody behind the door. And that was all she said. She didn't even say she was sorry or anything. She just said the door was closed. She did not know there was somebody behind the door. And how could she have just thought that somebody would be standing behind the door? She didn't know. And she pushed the door. The door landed on the face of Oleti, who was just standing closely behind the door. And, gave her a very serious bruise that the face was swollen. And she cried because she knows that Dr. Impetus did this deliberately. The thing is that I want to believe that if Dr. Impetus agrees to marry the Ooni of Ife and agrees to live in that palace, maybe this will just be some kind of, what do I call it, a retribution for what they have done, because this woman seemed to be very ready for this women. This woman seemed to have had their stories. This woman seemed to be in that place where she knows that she's just going to crush them and nobody will come close to her because they already know that her own, she does not even do it diplomatically. You come for me, I come for you. Openly, and all of that. Some people are naturally hot-headed. They might look very, very quiet, but, really, really hot-headed. And you cannot really do anything about it, right? And so it looks like this happens to be the situation where these women have found themselves. They said Oleti cried her eyes out. She was very devastated over what happened because Dr. Impetus had to show her that, look, I am here to stay. You cannot bring your madness to me. Nobody has the monopoly of madness. You try it, I'm going to give it to you back to back. Now, I want to use this opportunity to give our channel members an amazing hug today, okay? An amazing hug, a Dela Rams hug to appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to start with Mommy Kehinde Adeniyi, a very beautiful hug to you. Busy Bee, an amazing hug to you. Elizabeth Ogunredi, Daddy Taiwo Ali Balogun, Hudbelu Adetayo, Mommy Abe, my lover, Glory Accra, I don't know if I mentioned you before, Joyce Ndubueze and Tonye Uzo. Full major press down, shake it together. So shall your blessing be. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you from the depth of my heart. I am grateful to have you. So right now, as we are hearing, they said that Oleti cried her eyes out because of what this woman did to Oleti. When she came out, she didn't even go to see the Ooni of Ife again. With the way her face was bruised and all of that, she couldn't go and see her king. They always want to see the Ooni of Ife when they are looking radiant, when they are okay, when they are spotless, because it's polygamy. There's that thing with ego and competition. You want to do what you need to do to look your best when you are going to see your king. And so, because of what Dr. Impetus did to Oleti, Oleti could not go up to see the Ooni of Ife again. They said Ooni of Ife just heard what he heard, and Ooni of Ife called her on the phone and told her not to worry, the doctor will come and see her and all of that it was a mistake from Dr. Impetus, and everybody was wondering what is going on here. But for me, Del, I want to think that this is retribution to them. What they have done to Olori Naomi, they don't need the entire crowd to do it to them. They are beginning to get it one after the other from Dr. Impetus. I do not support any kind of violence, but sometimes when you sow, you must reap. This is what we've been hearing. If the information is true, I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.